The weather is good. It's not that cold today. It's very nice. So I brought you today because I would like to discuss one topic that really interests me, and I think many people outside also want to know some of the answers, and that's why I brought you, because maybe you can find some advice to this question. So the topic is about youth. It's about how to improve the community, how to improve the economy and the environment in general. So I had experience before. I traveled in different countries, and every time I come back home, I see the same people doing the same thing at the exact same place, and I feel like it's not improving, you know. So I know that you have some experience in the business. So what kind of advice can you give to those people and to the youth in general?
Actually, Mr. JC, this is a very nice question, and I'm happy for you to ask me this kind of question, and it needs a lot of answers, which a kind of discussion like this cannot tackle the whole answer. But at least I will try as much as possible to give a little bit summary. It will tackle everything. So generally, this is a kind of problem in Africa. Not only in your country, also in my country, Nigeria. We have youth that have the zeal, the passion to do a lot of things in a kind of good way, be it investment, be it like entrepreneurship, be it like handwork, and all sorts of things. But what those youths don't have the real support. The support not only should come from the government, but the support should come from what we call the public-private partnership.
All right.
For example, some of the people that have the capital, at least they can empower this kind of youth that have the mindset of little businesses. Imagine, for example, if you have 10 to 20 youths and you try to create a kind of little cottage industry that has to do with handcraft, how do you think those youths that you saw them back home, like 3-4 years back, doing the same thing, sitting the same place, like doing virtually, literally, same thing without any change. If one person can invest a little amount of money and he give them to start a little business, or he invests that money to open a small industry, how do you think will those youths, not that they are lazy, they are not lazy, but they need what? Support.
Okay. So those kind of investment that you're talking, should we always wait from other countries to give us the investment? How can we get that investment at the first place?
Never. If you try or you are thinking another country to give you support, definitely you are enslaving yourself. You are bringing what we call the new phase of colonialism, which is imperialism. You are still stuck in yourself, like you are still taking yourself backward, 100% backward. Everything should be done indigenously, like in a domestic way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we should find like some kind of platform, some kind of system, like a system where people have a common goal and invest some amount of money to improve the community.
Yeah.
Some kind of system, right?
Yeah. So I think just like what you say, we should have a kind of cluster sampling of people that have the same interest toward pursuing a particular goal. For example, if you want to venture into poetry, you should come together as one. Have some kind of brainstorming ideas. How can you bring up this kind of business of poultry? Someone has the mindset of maybe handcraft, like shoemaking, for example. So you can come together. Maybe if you go together and speak with one voice under one umbrella, and you need someone, I'm very sure there are a lot of people that have the money, but they don't have the idea of the business. When you go as youth, try to consult them. I'm sure a lot of people, hundreds and thousands of people, they have the money stuck in their account, but they don't know how to invest. So we, the youth, it's high time for us to stop all this kind of political support to like the leaders that don't even think of you. Think of the people that have the money, but they want to support you, like in a business logical, wise way. I think that is the solution.
All right, that's very, very interesting. And how do you feel about the importance of technology to bring this idea forward? Do you think that people need to embrace technology and use like all the tools that we have nowadays to bring those ideas forward? Because these days people use technology, like for example social media, just to like snap some pictures and look beautiful. So how do you feel like where is the technology involved in that area?
Yeah, thank you very much for giving me this kind of hint. This is a kind of idea that a lot of youths should embrace. For example, now the COVID-19 is a kind of something that should teach African people a lesson. We are now living in what we call a technological globalized world. So you don't necessarily have to have a kind of big cameras, big computers, or maybe rocket science for you to start something with technology. The smartphones, for example, have everything. Go to the Google, go to everything is there. It all depends on the way you utilize it. Now, the world richest people are the marketers, social media marketers. For example, I can remember when I was in JSS 1 to JS 3, they used to teach us the basic knowledge of business studies. At that time, what they used to teach us is the knowledge of like typewriter. Now, where is typewriter? It's no more in operation. Now we are dealing with digital world. So this digital world has to go with the technology. And this technology is a like day-to-day activity of life. Like it's like a breath. It's like oxygen. Every day you wake up, you cannot do 1-2 minutes without looking at your phone. So I think it's high time for you to think, if you are browsing, you are looking at your phone each and every minute, then you should think of how that phone will be utilized for you to be making money each and every minute with your phone. Little investment. Social media marketing in Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and whatsoever, a lot of things. So I think with technology, a lot of opportunities are there for the youth.
Yes. And I also think that, for instance, in Africa, we need to teach people how to use those technology in different ways. I think people need to be educated into the possibilities of using this to brand yourself.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good idea to make a curriculum maybe for university. How do you feel about including technology in education also?
Actually, you see, I have a platform, like a business page in Instagram.
Wow, that's very good.
Yeah, and also
check it.
Yeah, and also Facebook, which I call it Handawaki investment. This investment is not only limited to like people that have money to invest. No, we are also concerned about what youth empowerment in terms of this kind of social media marketing. We want to open a session, classes on how to enlighten and educate the youth to utilize this kind of platforms to like make money on daily basis. So I think this idea of social media marketing is a kind of something that if you or we embrace as youths, sky is the limit for us to like stand on our feet to be self-reliant. We don't need the government. We don't need any investors. We only need like the smartphones and the platforms to utilize it and get the money.
That's very, very interesting. I think we need to change the way education is running at this period of period in time, because most of the curriculum that we have at school and even the education system is from the whole paradigm of the past. You know, like we use the same system over and over again. And I feel like these days we should not just teach students, you know, like those kind of subject that doesn't bring any value to them in the future.
Yeah, part of my plan, sorry for interrupting you, because you pinpoint a very important place that is really itching my mindset. You know, part of my plan is that when my social media platform grows and I have a kind of huge followers, I am telling you, I will break that mentality and I will break that chain of too much theoretical aspect of education. We need practical. We need embracement in terms of practical aspect of entrepreneurship.
Not just theories, but practice.
Theory is over.
Yes. They need to go into the field, and the world has changed also. Everything is about, you know, online e-commerce. Everything is digital. Everything is...
Even people that are searching for jobs, like they are crazy about looking for jobs. Now, a lot of companies are not after you CV. What they are after is like, what can you do? In an interview, a computer will be given to you. Please, can you show us something that you can initiate to show us how you can boost the marketing system in the company? If you are able to do, the opportunity is there for you to utilize. But if you cannot, even if you come with 80 leaves of pages of CV, you will never have a job.
That's very interesting. I also have another point that I would like to mention, because both of us now, we are not back home. We are in a foreign country. So we experience the technology here is very different from the way we experience back home. Maybe the internet here is faster, everything is faster, and everything can be received. You can get everything in a short amount of time. In my country, for example, getting a good internet access is not that easy. You know, there is still like problems of infrastructure and telecommunication that creates problem, you know, for people to really communicate. So, how do you feel about these issues, you know, in Africa, the communication issues and, you know, the internet issues? How can we improve that?